Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. English Channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily. Hi, everyone. I am so happy to be hanging out with all of you today for another fun conversation.
It really is wonderful to be here together. You know, hobbies are honestly one of the easiest ways to connect with new people anywhere you go.
That is so true. They help you make friends, start fun conversations, and discover what you actually have in common with someone.
But let me ask you this. Do you know how to talk about your hobbies naturally in English without feeling nervous?
That is the big challenge right there. You know what you love doing in your head, but sometimes the English words just disappear when someone asks.
Exactly. In today's episode, we'll show you exactly how to do that with useful vocabulary, everyday expressions, and realistic conversations.
And don't miss our practice section at the end. It's the absolute perfect way to build your confidence and start speaking more naturally.
So, Paul, let's dive right into the solution. Why do you think so many smart, capable learners sound a bit robotic when they answer this simple question?
I think it is because traditional textbooks always give us rigid, formal formulas to memorize.
Yes, we learn to stand up and say, "My hobby is reading books," which sounds like a police statement.
Exactly. It sounds like you were filling out an official government form instead of chatting with a new friend over coffee.
That formal phrasing puts an invisible wall between you and the other person, when what you really want is to sound warm and open.
So let's replace those stiff textbook rules right now with the phrasing that friendly Americans actually use in everyday life.
Where should our listeners start when they want to introduce their favorite activities in a natural way?
One of the absolute easiest, most conversational phrases you can use is, "In my free time, I love to."
In my free time, I love to. Ooh, I like how smooth and relaxed that sounds.
It really is. You can just smile and say, "In my free time, I love to go hiking on local trails."
Or you could tell a coworker, "In my free time, I love to try out new recipes in the kitchen."
Notice how simple and effortless that feels. What is another great everyday phrase our listeners can use to sound super native?
I am a massive fan of the expression, "I'm really into."
Oh, I use that one every single day. Saying, "I'm really into" sounds so friendly, modern, and engaging.
For sure. When you say you are into something, it simply means you have a strong, genuine enthusiasm for it right now.
For example, you could say, "Lately, I'm really into yoga and stretching in the mornings."
Or maybe, "I'm really into digital photography and editing my pictures on my phone."
That simple phrase tells the listener that this activity is something that truly excites you and brings you happiness.
Why does using "I'm really into" make conversation flow so much better than saying "my hobby is"?
Because it invites curiosity. When you say you are really into something, the other person naturally wants to ask you about it.
That is so true. If you say you are into photography, they might ask what kind of camera you use or what you like to photograph.
Exactly. It opens a door for a real human connection instead of just delivering a dry fact.
But what about when someone loves an activity but they are not an expert at it yet? Sometimes learners feel shy about sharing a beginner hobby.
Oh, that is such a common worry. People think if they aren't a professional, they aren't allowed to talk about it.
Yes, I have talked to learners who love playing the guitar, but they won't mention it because they only know 3 basic chords.
That is so relatable. They worry that someone will hand them a guitar and demand a full concert on the spot.
Exactly. We really do put way too much pressure on ourselves to be perfect at everything we try.
We really do. But remember, a hobby is just something you do for pure joy and relaxation, not for a trophy or a grade.
So, what is a comfortable phrase someone could use to show that they're just enjoying the learning process without sounding like a pro?
A wonderful expression for beginners is, I've been trying my hand at.
I've been trying my hand at. Oh, I love that one. It sounds so charming and humble.
It really does. It tells the other person that you are exploring something new and just having fun with the journey.
So you could say, lately I've been trying my hand at baking sourdough bread, and it has been really fun.
Yes. Or someone could say, I've been trying my hand at watercolor painting on quiet Sunday afternoons.
That phrase immediately takes all the pressure off, and it usually makes the other person share their beginner stories too.
It sure does. Suddenly, you're both laughing about your messy kitchens or your funny painting mistakes.
Speaking of sharing joy, Paul, what is another great phrase for people who enjoy sports or physical activities?
If you love getting moving and staying active, you can use the phrase, I'm a big fan of.
I'm a big fan of. Yep, that works so beautifully for sports, exercise, or even being out in nature.
You can tell a new acquaintance, I'm a big fan of playing tennis on Saturday mornings.
Or you could say, I'm a big fan of swimming at the community pool after work.
Using I'm a big fan of just brings out this positive, warm energy that makes people want to keep talking to you.
But Paul, what happens when someone prefers very quiet, peaceful hobbies at home? Not everybody wants to run a marathon on the weekend.
That is totally true. Sometimes the absolute best activity is just curling up on the sofa with a hot cup of tea.
For sure. For those quiet, restful hobbies, you can use the phrase, in my downtime, I enjoy.
In my downtime. That word just sounds so soothing and relaxing all by itself.
Downtime simply means those peaceful hours when you are resting after work or taking it easy over the weekend.
So you could say, in my downtime, I enjoy listening to history podcasts while I cook.
Or, in my downtime, I enjoy doing large jigsaw puzzles with my family.
Those sound like such lovely, peaceful ways to spend a lazy afternoon.
They really are. And whether your hobbies are active or quiet, the key is simply owning what brings you peace.
Absolutely. When you talk about your free time with a genuine smile, your English sounds 10 times more confident.
And you know what else is a lovely way to spend a few seconds right now?
I bet you are going to remind our wonderful friends to hit that like button.
You know me so well. If you are enjoying our conversation today and finding these phrases helpful, please click that like button.
It truly means the world to us, and it helps our channel reach more wonderful English learners all across the globe.
And while you are at it, make sure to subscribe and share this episode with a friend who is also practicing their English.
We also have a super fun question for you to answer down in the comment section today.
Yes, we want to hear from you. What is your absolute favorite hobby or activity to do when you have free time?
Write down your answer in the comments below using one of our new phrases like, I'm really into, or in my downtime. We can't wait to read them.
So, Paul, let's say someone uses one of our great opening phrases and tells a new friend about their hobby. How do we keep the conversation from stopping right there?
That is the real secret to good conversation. You have to add one more short sentence that explains why you love doing it.
I completely agree. When you share the reason behind your hobby, you give the other person a real glimpse into your personality.
Because if you just stop at, I like baking, the other person might just nod and say, cool, and then the conversation dies.
Exactly. And then you're both just staring at the floor, searching for something else to say.
How can our listeners smoothly add that second sentence to explain the feeling behind their hobby?
You can use the phrase, it really helps me to.
It really helps me to. That is such an emotional, relatable way to explain why you do something.
For example, you can say, I'm really into gardening. It really helps me to unwind after a stressful day at the office.
I love how that sounds. It paints such a clear human picture of why gardening matters to you.
Or you could say, I love running in the park. It really helps me to clear my head and feel energized for the day.
What is another great phrase to describe the joy a hobby brings into your everyday routine?
You can use the expression, it's a great way for me to.
It's a great way for me to. That sounds so positive, articulate, and natural.
You could say, I enjoy joining online gaming communities. It's a great way for me to connect with friends from different countries.
That is actually such a popular hobby right now. And connecting with people online is a fantastic way to practice conversational English, too.
It really is. Another great example is, I love baking desserts. It's a great way for me to express my creativity.
When you mention things like creativity or clearing your head, people naturally feel a much deeper connection with you.
What if someone has a hobby that is a little bit unusual or unique, like collecting vintage postcards or birdwatching?
Oh, unique hobbies are the absolute coolest. They make you stand out and give people so many interesting questions to ask you.
Exactly. But sometimes people feel self-conscious if their passion isn't a trendy sport or a popular TV show.
Why should anyone feel embarrassed about something that brings them happiness?
Well, sometimes we worry that others will think our quiet hobbies are boring compared to traveling or going to big concerts.
That is such a common fear, but it is never true in real life.
Right. The moment you explain how peaceful it feels to watch birds in the woods, people instantly respect your passion.
That is the pure magic of speaking up. You almost always find people who appreciate the exact same things you do.
You really do. Never hide your unique passions because your genuine enthusiasm is what makes them fascinating to others.
You know, Emily, building the confidence to speak so openly takes a little bit of practice. Where can learners go to practice these phrases without feeling nervous?
They can go right over to Mr. English AI.
Oh, absolutely. Mr. English AI is the most supportive, patient, smart assistant you could ever ask for to practice your spoken English.
You can literally open a chat anytime and say, I want to practice talking about my hobbies with a new friend at a party.
And the AI will ask you friendly, natural questions, listen to your answers, and guide you on how to sound completely fluent and relaxed.
It is available whenever you need it, and it never gets tired, so you can practice as many times as you want until you feel ready.
It truly makes improving your speaking skills feel like an exciting game. Be sure to click the link in the description box below to try Mr. English AI today.
Well, Paul, I think we have covered so many fantastic expressions so far. Do you think it is time to gather our special vocabulary?
I think you read my mind. It is time for pocket words.
These are the super helpful words and expressions from our chat today that you can put right into your pocket and carry with you into real life.
My pockets are open and ready to go. What is our very first pocket word for today, Emily?
Our first word today is pastime.
Pastime.
A pastime is an activity or hobby that you do regularly for enjoyment during your leisure time.
For example, reading historical fiction is my absolute favorite pastime on rainy Sunday afternoons.
Beautifully said. Our second pocket word for today is unwind.
Unwind.
To unwind means to relax and let go of stress after a period of hard work or tension.
Like, after a long, busy week at the hospital, painting watercolors really helps me unwind.
I love that word so much. Our third pocket word today is downtime.
Downtime.
Downtime refers to the quiet, relaxed time when you are not working and can do whatever you please.
For instance, in my downtime, I love listening to jazz music and drinking tea on the balcony.
Perfect. Our fourth pocket word today is enthusiast.
Enthusiast.
An enthusiast is a person who is highly interested in a particular activity and spends a lot of time enjoying it.
You could say, my neighbor is a fitness enthusiast who goes for a 5-mile run every single morning.
And our fifth and final pocket word today is routine.
Routine.
A routine is the usual series of things that you do at a particular time, every day or every week.
Like, going for a brisk walk with my dog is the most relaxing part of my evening routine.
Those are 5 incredible words that will make your English conversations sound so rich and mature.
But knowing the meanings of these wonderful words is only the first step. How do we make sure our sentences flow smoothly without sounding clunky?
That is why it is time for us to smooth it out.
This is always my favorite segment, where we take a stiff learner sentence and transform it into smooth, polished native English.
Are you ready to hear our very first learner sentence today, Paul?
I am ready. A student wants to talk about exercising, and they say, I make the hobby of gym every day.
We definitely know what they mean, but make the hobby of gym sounds a little bit like heavy lifting all by itself.
It really does. It sounds like you are constructing the physical building instead of just exercising inside it.
Yes, like you are preparing a grand feast for the king and queen instead of making dinner after work.
To smooth it out and sound casual, you can say, I'm really into cooking new recipes at home.
I'm really into cooking new recipes at home. It sounds so modern, friendly, and inviting.
What about this next one? Someone wants to explain why they read books, so they say, reading gives me the brain rest from work.
Oh my goodness, brain rest sounds a little bit like a serious medical procedure at a hospital.
It sure does. We definitely want our brains to be happy and relaxed, not hospitalized.
To smooth it out, a native speaker would say, reading really helps me unwind after work.
Reading really helps me unwind after work. That is such a graceful, soothing sentence to say aloud.
Okay, we have one final sentence today. Someone wants to say they enjoy photography, and they say, I have big passion for nature pictures.
It is understandable, but saying I have big passion for nature pictures sounds a little bit stiff and incomplete.
Exactly. To smooth it out and sound fluent, you say, in my free time, I enjoy nature photography.
In my free time, I enjoy nature photography. Beautifully smoothed out and so pleasant to hear.
Okay, Paul, we have given our listeners so much joyful phrasing and vocabulary today. Let's show them how it sounds in a real situation.
I am so excited for this. It is time for our practice conversation.
Let's imagine we are 2 colleagues bumping into each other in the office break room on a Monday morning, and we start chatting about our weekends.
That sounds like such a realistic everyday scenario. You go right ahead and start us off, Emily.
Good morning, Paul. It is so nice to grab a warm coffee before the morning rush starts. How was your weekend?
Good morning, Emily. My weekend was wonderful, thank you. I actually had a lot of downtime to just relax and recharge.
Oh, really? Did you get to do anything fun during your downtime?
Yeah. In my free time, I love to go hiking on the local nature trails. It really helps me unwind after a busy week sitting at a desk.
Wow, that sounds so refreshing. I'm a big fan of being outdoors too, but I usually just work in my flower garden.
Oh, I didn't know you were into gardening. Is it hard to maintain a flower garden right now?
It takes a little patience, but I'm really into it. Lately, I've been trying my hand at growing roses, and it has been such a great way for me to clear my head.
That is amazing. We will definitely have to swap some outdoor tips over lunch later this week.
And scene. That was such a smooth, friendly conversation, Paul.
Did you notice how naturally we traded those phrases back and forth? Like, in my free time, trying my hand at, and unwind?
Yes, it felt so natural and light, and it immediately created a warm, friendly connection between two coworkers.
When you use these simple conversational expressions, talking about your hobbies feels so joyful and completely stress-free.
You are all going to sound so friendly and confident the next time someone asks what you love to do for fun.
Just remember to smile, pick one simple activity that brings you happiness, and share the reason why you love doing it.
And if you had fun today learning how to talk about your hobbies, wait until you hear what we have planned for you next week.
Oh, our next episode is going to be so much fun. What is the theme for next week, Emily?
Next week, we will be sharing the continuation of this series with the theme, Tell Me About Your City.
Oh, that is going to be magnificent. We will teach you exactly how to describe your hometown, your favorite local neighborhoods, and the vibrant culture around you.
You will learn how to make anyone fall in love with your city using natural, expressive English, so definitely join us.
It is going to be fantastic. You certainly do not want to miss a single minute of it.
Before we sign off today, please remember to click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your favorite hobby in the comments below.
Share this lesson with a wonderful friend who is learning English, and be sure to check out Mr. English AI using the link in the description box.
Thank you all so very much for spending your valuable time with us today. Keep smiling, keep practicing, and we will see you next time on Mr. English Channel.
Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful week.